Oh, you gotta unmute it. How do we start the show again? Hey, everybody, welcome to the Outer Belt. I'm Patrick, and you all know my friends.
Buttermilk.
Oh, we're friends now?
Zucchini bread?
We were.
And Jerry.
And the old guy.
Well, she just had a birthday. She's the old guy.
Well, unless there's things that have changed. Of course, we have.
You look like you're older than me currently.
Well, it's all the gray hair. It's all the gray hair. It's just it's you going full
I
Dr. Evil.
haven't shaved in a little bit, and Patrick says I look old when I haven't shaved.
Oh my gosh, you do.
Yeah.
You look like Carl Winslow.
Oh my gosh.
Am I allowed to say that or no?
Yeah, you can say that.
Actually, it's not Carl Winslow.
Uncle Phil?
It's Uncle Phil.
I used to get Uncle Phil a lot.
Oh
When
yeah.
I was larger.
I never knew you back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see it. Oh wow. So of course we're blessed to have Chili here in his house with us, and
Yeah.
so it's been a hot minute. We've had some crazy scheduling conflicts.
Ooh, crazy.
We've been out. You've been out. You've been out. You've been here. And
Have you been
it's-
here?
Mm-hmm.
You've been here the whole time. It's everybody
He
else
sits
that's
on
been
the
out.
couch and
I've
he was
been
just
right here. I
waiting.
haven't went nowhere.
he literally, well, he likes this internet. We got this what is it called again?
Fiber.
Fiber. Yes. Oh, we lost our fiber. I got an email from Suvi. Do y'all know what Suvi is?
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know Suvi, Suvie, Suvi is a kitchen appliance that costs way too much money, and it's basically a toaster oven.
Mhm.
But you can put your food in it when you leave in the morning, and it's got a refrigerator, keeps it cold. And then you can set the timer, or you can actually do it from your phone and say, okay, start cooking now. And it'll be like, all right, like it's 30 minutes from the yard to my house?
Yeah, about that.
So I could say, leaving the yard, all right, start cooking now, get home, and then have a freshly cooked meal. But it's connected to the internet, obviously, otherwise I couldn't do that. So I got a message this past weekend while we were out of town going, your sous vide's been disconnected from the internet for 3 days.
Wow.
And I'm like, I hope we haven't lost electricity. Like,
Wow.
I don't know what the issue is, but we get back, and Eric, what was the issue? Because you were here when the guy came from the internet mobility company.
They've been doing construction off and on all over the street in front of our house, and they were investigating something and opened one of the metal compartment things in the front yard, and when they closed it, they ended up clipping the extranet or the fiber line.
Wow.
Crazy.
So we dealt without internet for 2 or 3 days when we got back, and lucky I still have hair.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my goodness. You guys should have said something. You could come to the house and use our internet.
We thought
Yeah.
about it. We have blazing fast internet. I think, do we have the fastest internet of the staff?
You
You
do.
do.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, we do. It's brand new. We just got it. It's not
Fiber, yes.
like maybe 6 months ago. We used to have basically a step above that. You remember DSL? It was like that. And we just got this blazing fast, great fiber. Love it. Highly recommend it. Jerry, you should look into it. And but as soon as it goes down, the cell phone service here is abysmal. It's horrible. Like you'll get like a megabyte up, which how do you describe how fast that is?
Very slow, like barely able to load a web page.
Yeah, it's crazy bad. So, for 3 days, Eric had to work in his office on that and
Oh,
like
you should have come over.
do a document and then save it to his desktop and then upload it to the cloud like at night so that it would go through by the next morning. It was crazy.
I
So
had trouble
There's-
scanning stuff.
There's two
I
desks
couldn't
down
connect the
below.
internet from my scanner to my computer.
I mean, you
nuts.
could just park in our driveway and use the internet. You don't
We've-
even have to come
well,
inside.
I typically do that when I'm looking
Oh,
up
that's
chloroform
fine.
recipes.
Yeah.
But
You're not the only one. I've had.
You're the only one with chloroform. You come to my driveway too for chloroform recipes.
One of
Nice.
them already searched it, so they probably figured it's her doing it. So
I'm sorry. Back to you.
I was gonna say no. I've been having internet issues as well. Like we've had Spectrum out to the house like multiple times, and it's still dropping. And it's so weird. Like they said that the signal coming in was too powerful, and
Oh.
so they put a splitter on it to slow it down. Which I get my full speed that I'm paying for. That's not the issue. The issue is it will work just fine, and then all of a sudden it'll just drop out and then 2 minutes later come back on. And
Well, that's
work-
because it went to the other side of the splitter.
probably
Yeah. Exactly.
and work like nothing's wrong. And,
It's your
and
neighbor that's stealing.
But you
The
lose
internet
stuff
off you?
then, right?
do what?
If you haven't saved, you could lose stuff then.
Yeah, and it's aggravating because they're like, well, we don't see any issues. We don't have no problem with it. And then customer service is telling me, oh, we see nothing dropping on our end. And then I hang up the phone, and 5 minutes later, it drops. And it's like, why wasn't I on the phone when it did it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
We've had the kind of the opposite in the last couple of weeks. I'll get a
Stellar
text
internet.
message.
Oh,
I'll get a text message from BreezeLine saying, we know there's outage in your area where our estimated time to have it back up is this time. And I'm like, I'm working just fine. So I'm just not going to say anything. Just let it work. Keep on working.
still downloading 4K
Hour
movies.
later, you're back up. Okay.
Thank you. And then they send. Did they still send you like the $5 discount on your bill for the time it was
No.
out or anything like that?
No.
Do y'all remember that happening back in the day? They used to do that. If they had an outage in your neighborhood, they'd be like, "Oh, we're going to compensate you that $3.84."
Well,
Like,
AT&T
you
has
think.
been advertising somewhere, I don't know where, probably in a podcast or something, that they have the most uptime, and if you're down for so much time on a cell network, then they'll pay you or whatever. If you're down for actually more time on a fiber network, they pay you.
I heard it's like 7 days, right?
No, it was hours. It was
Yeah.
hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but 7 days makes sense too.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
drives me insane because AT&T fiber literally stops like a half a block from my house.
Yeah.
Get yourself a spool of fiber.
I told him we could fix this.
Dig a line. Yeah, I know people.
We don't even got to do that.
12-pack
We
of
get-
beer.
We can get coax.
Yeah.
We could just
Could
get
get coax,
coax.
yeah.
We could put everything in
Yeah,
the
that's
in
the
the
same.
plastic box right there,
Yep.
and then just run the coax or the Ethernet back to your house. I'm telling you. Yeah, and the best part about it, you ain't got to pay.
Guys, they are all joking, just so you know.
Yes.
Because AT&T is going to go down in a couple days, and then we're going to be like in
Yeah, no
trouble.
kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Now-
wasn't us. We're joking. We are completely joking.
Yeah, and we don't advocate, using fiber internet while you're driving one of our trucks. It gets
Yeah.
hairy.
It does get hairy.
Might end up in a rat's nest.
Oh yeah, that. Can you imagine? Like, just you make a left turn, and you just take out all the traffic next to you. It'd
Oh.
break before then, right?
No.
How strong is glass?
It's pretty. It's pretty. Pretty
It's-
strong. It's pretty strong.
yeah.
Have you not seen the news recently of what's going on over in the Balkan territories with Russia and Ukraine?
I thought you said
using
Vulcan. I'm
Oh.
like, oh, we're in Star Wars.
fiber optic.
I
Long
did
and
hear
prosper.
that, like right now, I don't think Ukraine and Russia are getting along.
They're not getting along,
Okay,
and so they were using drones,
as one does.
and they're now blocking the signal to drones.
Oh,
To get around the signal blocking, they're using fiber optic control drones, where the drones actually have a really, 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 multiply that by 50, long fiber optic cable that's physically connected to them.
so it's
Wow.
like you went to Radio Shack in 1992.
Right?
And around Christmas time, before Christmas, and they had the remote control Corvette,
Yes.
and it had the cable connected to it,
Yes.
and it would go straight forward,
Mhm.
and then if you did reverse, it turned.
Yes, exactly.
And
So
then,
you would reverse to turn the way
Yes.
you wanted to. Yes, exactly.
boy, that would be annoying if the drone
So they've shown pictures of
of them reversing
forest
and turn and going straight.
and the forest and roads covered
With-
literally in thousands of fiber optic cables.
Wow. So if you're curious why fiber just went crazy,
Yeah,
crazy expensive,
exactly.
That's interesting warfare.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, like, in 20, 30 years, we've gone from whatever to fiber optics all over the floor.
Well,
That
see,
seems kind of, I mean, wow, just wow.
very similar but different. Very similar but different.
Yeah.
In South Louisiana, in Baton Rouge, when I was in high school. I think they've always been there, right, Eric? Since you've lived there, in high school on the interstate, they have these giant concrete sound walls. Do you know what I'm talking about? Going down the interstate. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Have those always been there?
As far as I live there.
Okay, so when I was in like middle school or high school, they were actually building those, and it was really cool how they do it because they're concrete, and they would just post two concrete posts that were actually like they look like almost like I-beams.
Like I-beams, yeah.
Yeah, and they would slid like each little concrete plank down, and then the very top of them had this very ornate pelican thing. It's really cool. What they weren't thinking about was the fact that things mold and mildew in Louisiana in about 12 minutes, and so
No.
And vines grow
and vines
fast.
grow very fast. Oh, vines love concrete structures, and so that was all completely hidden within a year of them putting it in. But
Wow.
when it was brand new, it looked gorgeous. It was like, wow, Louisiana got something this nice. It was very cool. So I just saw they are now have hired a company.
Saw this.
They've hired a company that uses drones to power wash these walls.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So you see the drones, and they have like just hoses, garden hoses, green hose, with the yellow stripe,
Mhm.
up to the drone, and they're just pressure washing the walls. And I'm like, how powerful are these drones getting?
No.
Because the ones I've seen are a little frail.
Right.
These are like military.
Well,
Did they have a
they're probably not,
surplus?
like
No, they
2 inches. They're probably
look like a
bigger.
riding lawnmower width.
Yes, I
like
would
they
agree.
were that width, circumference.
The
Well,
size.
They're not as big as a riding, but if you're like aerial looking at a riding, you know what
Like
I'm talking
about the
about.
size of a seat.
No, the entire,
Yeah.
including
the
your,
whole
They're big.
huge-
including the blade underneath, a big, huge,
Okay.
like industrial,
They're large. Would you say
Yeah.
like 3 foot by 4 foot, something like that?
something like
They're
that.
big.
I've seen
for
where they're
drones.
using drones for spraying fields. Like
Oh, so with the same thing?
What's the word? What do they do with fields?
crop
airplanes?
dusting?
Crop dusting. Thank you. They're using drones as crop dusting.
Okay.
So they got a 53-foot trailer basically,
Full of Taco Bell.
and they set up on top. No, it's got Taco Bell Diablo sauce.
Diablo sauce,
Yeah.
as one does.
Exactly.
As one does.
And they set up on top of it. They get to the field. They set up on top of it with a workstation in the middle,
Okay.
a drone on each side,
Uh-huh.
and when the drone is the tank, and they have the chemicals.
So they have a tank on it.
They have they have multiple tanks, 2 tanks I think on each one.
Okay.
For weight balance. The drone goes out and sprays. It's on a scheduled plan.
Yeah.
When it comes back to refill the tanks, there's 2 guys up there. One has each side. They swap the batteries. They plug in the hose for the tank. The drone fills up. They disconnect the hose. It goes out and does its thing. They're huge, like you said.
That sounds
They're huge.
sounds a lot like what your dad used to do with the helicopters back in the day. Because he said, if I'm not mistaken, he was on top of the tanker, and a helicopter would come and literally just brrr, right next to the tanker.
Mhm.
He'd fill the helicopter up with the
fuel.
Whatever
crop,
they were
not
spraying.
fuel, but
Oh.
crop dust,
Sure.
whatever material,
Yeah.
Diablo sauce.
Diablo
And
sauce.
then they would run it out into the field, and they would do their crop dusting, as one does, and then they would come right back, and he would top them off again. So they didn't have to
Yeah.
it wasn't like around here they have like real crop dusters, the airplanes, and they have to come and they have to stop and they have to do
Sure.
a thing, and then
Right.
it takes a whole lot of time. This was like super fast.
Interesting.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
And
they're
I
all-
just where the drones are going, it's pretty crazy.
And Dallas is now using Amazon and Walmart for deliveries.
Really?
They're using drones.
I have more drone thoughts, but Eric,
Doesn't take as much energy, but they're also using drones for a hybrid fireworks show, drone shows.
yes,
Kings
I don't
Island.
know how much power a firework shoots off.
oh my gosh,
Pushing in
pushing
the
it down.
opposite direction.
I've never thought about that. Well, we just watched it in Paris
We-
to some degree, and I guess I never thought about.
I believe the degree was 90. We were 90 degrees, so it just looked like a solid line.
We saw the profile.
We saw the
of the show,
profile
yeah.
of it. We didn't see the.
We weren't at the right angle for
yeah,
the fancy
the
They
cowboy
pictures.
hat was kind of cool.
They didn't pay
But-
enough for the 3D show.
They did not. But what a nightmare if you're talking about something. We talked about this a couple episodes ago, so I won't get too much into it. But what a nightmare! Like when you have a show that big, where it's
Trying to
like,
please everybody.
yeah, okay, so we'd like to put together the drone show for you. Where would you like it to be seen?
All over the city
100 square miles.
in any direction.
In any yes. Oh, and don't mess with the planes flying into any of the 3 airports.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, what a nightmare. But it was very cool. We saw it also in oh, that was just you and I that saw it in Cincinnati last year for
Oh, yeah, that-
Luminary Fest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the drone show too?
No, we didn't go.
No,
to
we didn't
Tethered.
go.
So
Yeah,
we
we
okay.
It was
Yeah.
just you and I.
Yes. So I was excited. I thought this was going to be an annual tradition. We're going to go to this thing. It's going to be great. This year we're going to bring Don and Jerry. Next year we'll bring Heather and whatever.
Whoever,
And
yeah.
Did
Heather.
you miss it this
Heather
year
Melissa
again?
Lee. No, they only do it every other year.
Oh, really?
So
So it's a
it
pretty
will-
big event.
It was a huge event. Yeah.
So next year.
So next year.
So next
no,
year is
no.
not
So
really
you
double up.
So next
so
year
like-
you just have to bring everybody.
like
open invitation.
2034, I think, is your year.
Okay.
So it's going to be a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
so.
Interesting.
No, that was a cool event, but yeah. So I do like those drone things. Eric was talking about we should buy some of those and do them ourselves, and I'm like, yeah, but to buy some of those, you need like 300. And what's a drone cost these days? I haven't priced one lately.
Oh, the name of the festival is called Blink Cincinnati.
Yes, Blink. That's it. Yes.
To do that type of stuff, I have no idea.
What's just a
I mean,
DJI?
It's like around 1 or
I
2.
mean, you can get like the little small ones now for like $400-600.
So what's 600 times 300?
No, for Pete's sakes.
18 and 4 zeros.
$180,000. So
And
And
you
then
were
you have to,
saying
and then you have to synchronize it.
That's all computer programming.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Jerry can figure that out.
sounds
I'm
like something
volunteer-
I'll be
I'm
interested in.
volunteering
You have to be.
would
You have to be.
love
You
it.
have to be creative to do that job. Yes, sir.
Oh.
I'd love to get into
Shots.
programming of drones. Also, I'm looking at their website. Blink is 2026, October 8th through 11th.
Oh.
So pretty much a year from now.
Yep. Cool.
I'm marking my calendar.
New
We need to get
traditions.
our new hotel.
You might find that
Scrap
you have
the
something on
choo-choo
your
and go
calendar
there.
already.
That would be fun.
Every other year.
Yes, and we were down there for that, weren't we? That's the whole reason
Like
we went.
2 weeks before, or
Okay.
the week before or something, we were done for her birthday.
Yes, but it was
Yeah.
already, they were starting to put it out.
They were.
They had
and
it
you went
yeah,
back. You
for
went
the
back
actual-
and
yeah.
enjoyed it.
On rooftops and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Crazy time. So yeah, I like new traditions. Then we have to do some in the off years.
Yeah, that's not going to be hard to do.
Paris.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I think it's very cool what they're doing with these. I will say this. So there's an article I read, and I don't have it pulled up, and I do apologize. But there is a new ruling that the FAA is trying to push through right now, and they're talking about it. So I don't, push through is not the right word. They're discussing it, and they are saying that drones now will have right of way against airplanes that do not have ADS-B out. So what ADS-B out is, whenever you're flying in controlled airspace, so like you're next to a major airport, or you're above 18,000 feet, or even like some of your smaller minor airports, like the one near us is OSU's airport, Ohio State University's airport. It's pretty small. They only bring in small, tiny airplanes, but it has an airspace that covers like 5 miles around.
Wow.
And so in those areas, you have to have this ADS-B out. It's what tells the control tower how who you are, how fast you're going, what direction you're going, how high off the ground you are. So it gives it a lot of information, and it keeps everybody safe, right?
Sure.
Right.
So they can see all of your planes. But when you're out in the sticks and at really tiny airports, you don't have to have that. The FAA has said, you know what, you don't have to have that. Literally just looking out and watching and making radio calls
Right.
is good enough. Because there's not nearly as many. You think, well, that's crazy. Kind of is, but there's
is.
just not that many airplanes flying.
Sure.
So you can pretty well watch each other and know, whether or not you are going to hit someone. And if you are,
You
there's
get to the 4-way in the sky and
Well,
you get
there's
right away.
right away.
Or
There's right away.
if
There's
the
right away
top
rules.
duster's coming in and doesn't tell
Exactly.
everybody that the
Yes,
charter planes are coming in.
that exact thing. So they are now saying, so those airplanes that don't have ADS-B out, that are flying in those areas, a drone has priority over you. So that means guys coming into land at a small airport, he doesn't have ADS-B out, which means he doesn't have any ADS-B in, so we can't see it. And I'm telling you right now, seeing a airplane when you're flying, like a Cessna, which has a 35-foot wingspan. It's, like a Cessna, little bitty tiny airplane. It's huge. It's big. It's bigger than any of our vehicles, any of our commercial trucks. They're huge. Seeing one of those is very hard. Like you
Right.
have to train yourself to. It's literally part of the private pilot curriculum is learning how to spot airplanes.
Wow.
It's that important. That's super difficult. But now they're going to have to keep an eye out for how big is the smallest drone?
Wow.
Teeny,
Yeah,
teeny.
teeny, like
Yeah.
fit in your palm of your hand.
Okay. And you think about like bird strikes, which are small animals. Birds are not, they don't have dense bones. They have very, very light little bones. They can take planes out of the sky.
Yeah.
So now you've got drones that you've got to keep an eye out for that there's a good chance you won't even be able to see it until you're on it. And when you're moving 80, 90 miles an hour,
You don't have time to move.
yeah, you're on it by the time you see it, it's like, oh, it's too late.
Going through the motor.
Are they talking specific
Okay.
size drones or types of drones? Like commercial
I
drones?
think there is some rulings on it on size, but again, I don't have the article pulled up. But from what I could tell, and it is just a conversation. I think it's like your commercial drone operators.
Okay.
Like if they're with the drone, they have a license that they
Right.
take priority over. Now I'm sure there's
Not
also
non-ADBS plus planes.
correct.
Are those drones in communication with the tower?
Well, those airports don't have towers usually.
Okay. Or do those drones have ADBS? Well, I guess they don't need to because the tower doesn't. There's no tower.
Exactly, so it's not required. Now,
My goodness.
that being said, so the airplane I fly has ADSB out all the time.
Okay.
So when I'm flying in, I have priority over that drone.
Gotcha.
But if you're in a like we have one
A no tower zone doesn't really matter, does it?
well, again, I still have priority. So if I hit it and it takes me down or just hurts my airplane, that person's in trouble.
I see. So they're doing priority
Yeah.
for the end result
Exactly.
of a possible accident.
Yes. And
I get
so at OSU we have a airplane in the airport. It's really cool. If you ever get a chance to walk, you can walk there. It's free. Inside the airport, they have a Piper Cub from 1940. It's beautifully restored. It's gorgeous, flying from the ceiling. It's a beautiful airplane. That thing doesn't even have a battery in it. Like, if it were to take off from OSU, there's a special permission they have to get. They would communicate with the tower with a light gun signal. Like, it is a big deal. That airplane, as cool as it is, really can't fly in and out of our airport. But those exist all over America, and people fly those. There's Piper
Sure.
Cub clubs all over the place
Right.
that fly exclusively those. Those don't have ADSB. They don't have a battery. Like, those guys are strictly navigating off of a paper map, a chart, and visibly what can they see in the ground.
Wow.
So those are the guys that are going to hit those drones and stuff. So they're talking about it. I'm really hoping that enough people push back and say we don't like this idea that this rule goes away. But since we're talking about drones, I just want to mention it that it's in discussions right now. So we'll see.
I don't see how you could be responsible for paying attention to something like you said is so small you can't even see it. That's like you trying to watch out for birds while you're driving.
Well, even when you're flying, so birds instinctively know that if they see an airplane and they're like coming towards an airplane, a bird will dive. It just always does. So when you're taking off and it's like, oh crap, there's a bird in front of me, you don't do anything, the bird will actually dive. It happens every time. They just know, right?
Well, they're taught that. It's like baby birding, mom baby birding them.
Kicking them out of the nest and they
she-
dive and
exactly.
Yeah.
She's teaching them. Watch out for
Exactly.
airplanes.
yeah, or eagles or something
Yeah.
else that might decide to make you
Exactly.
supper. And so they will dive, which is cool. That's why you don't have many bird strikes. They are relatively rare. And a lot of times when they do happen, they are
And they're probably in groups.
they were in groups or they were actually in a dive and they just didn't dive fast enough. So or on a runway. That's another place you get them a lot of times. It's like you're coming into land and they see you, so they fly away, and you're going 80 knots, which is 95 miles an hour, and they're going 6. It's just not.
Oh, an extra FYI, ADSB stands for Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast.
Yes.
Hey, Jerry.
Yes.
I got a truck that needs to go to California, and their CARB test is out of date.
Oh, what's a
Who
CARB
do I
test?
call?
OTR Services,
Services.
Columbus, Ohio. Check us out at otr-services.com.
So if I'm in Memphis and I got to go to California,
Don't call us.
Unless you're somehow coming through.
well, that's what I was gonna say. The load picks up in, what's that place called?
Lockbourne.
Lockbourne.
If you can get close to the Columbus area, then we will come out and meet you and take care of all your carb needs.
What if I need to go to like Walmart and get some groceries for the truck? Would
That-
you meet me there?
Yeah, we actually have one that we're meeting tomorrow.
We trade carb for carb, though, if you go to Walmart. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
There's a
Think about it. If you're going to Walmart to go grocery shopping, you're probably getting carbs.
yes, true.
So we'll trade our carb for one of your carbs.
Nice.
Carb for
In
carb.
addition
Now,
to.
Let me ask you. Okay, one more time. Then being for reals, my truck. It's a great truck. I love it to death. Does have a weird thing where the mill light's on, but it doesn't affect the way it drives. It seems perfectly fine. That's not gonna be an issue, is it?
It is going to be a huge issue. your test will fail. So make sure you take care of any lights on your dash before you call us. And if you do have a light turned out, make sure you're doing 5 warm-up cycles, which consist of cold engine, warming it all the way up, and cooling it completely back down 5 times before you call us.
So okay, I have a way to fix the light. All right. I get a little black electrical tape. It all the DOT inspections, none of them catch it. That's fine, right?
It is not.
Oh.
Now, I will tell you, you're more than happy to call us and we'll come out and test it for you, but you're going to fail. There's no refunds.
Oh,
It's like slug bug. Do you ever
It's
do that? Slug bug and you
electrical.
It's easy.
Electrical tape
refunds.
does not make the electrical problem go away.
okay. So the
I'm not
5
putting
warmer.
that in
If I go to like the Freightliner dealership here or the Kenworth dealership here, and I get the mill light fixed, right, and it's good to go. I can just do I need to do the 5 warm cycles or no? It's fine from there.
You do need to do the 5 warm-up cycles.
Okay. All right.
There is also a mileage requirement that you can do, but we have found that that's actually not working out the way the state of California says. So it's best to be on the safe side and err on side of caution. Do the 5 warm-up cycles.
Okay.
Right. That
Well,
makes sense.
and it's the right time of the year because I can turn my engine off and I don't need the APU. It's not too
It's
hot.
nice
I can open some
weather.
windows. Yeah, it's nice weather.
So you can't even run the APU?
No.
Not
No.
if it's connected to the engine like our trucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Duly noted. That's important on my warm-up
Great.
cycle.
It is. It is. It is. It'll be nice because
'Cause if I'm having a hot flash, I might want that rooftop AC.
that's when you go to Walmart.
Jerry, about how long does it take to do one of these tests?
It takes more time to put the information into the computer. The
Oh,
whole
wow.
test takes a minute. So
Wow.
So literally, you could have them hook up, and they'd be done before you could get your groceries and be back out.
yeah, absolutely.
Does the tester have to drive the truck to do the test?
No,
Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
we
Just
we
have to
do
turn-
not
turn
enter
it
your
on.
vehicle. We stay on the outside the entire time. We will ask you to start the truck, but other than that, that's it.
And you have to get the door open, right?
Yeah.
Because you have the little
We have
device.
to plug into the
OBD port.
OBD port.
That's that little green port
Yeah.
under the engine. Or the
Sometimes
we
it's
never use.
black.
Oh, it is black
Sometimes.
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 Ours are all green.
Peterbilt.
Ours are green. Some are.
Oh. We don't have Peterbilts.
What we see on the outside on trucks with Samsara is actually black because that's the splitter that comes from the Samsara.
Oh, okay.
But the one that comes with the truck, well, all our trucks is green, yes, but we might see a black one.
So clearly, I don't I don't test these very often, and by often I mean ever. Well, very cool. Well, I want to thank OTR Services again. If I do want to sign up and get that CARB test done, because I want to go to California, I don't want to get in trouble because it's a crazy fine out there, right? It's like $800, something like that, if I get busted.
Is it really?
It's actually 10,000.
Is it really?
Monopoly money?
Or
That's
eu- or
It's
euro,
just
they look the
insane.
same.
that's crazy. That's absolutely insane. So it makes sense to go ahead and get it done. Be out there. Be safe. Be legal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I've actually heard y'all talking quite a few times. Motor carriers, a lot of them are starting to require people to have those now because they're catching wind of it.
Tons of calls right now from, surprisingly, I'm assuming they do a lot of independent contractor type model or stuff, but a lot of Amazon.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon's mostly so Amazon doesn't have their own authority, so they're all independent. Yeah. Very cool.
Wow.
And we get a lot of calls from dispatchers. Like I can hear other people talking in the background and they're like asking questions and how can they get the truck near us? And yeah.
Wow,
That's pretty cool.
that's crazy. Well, I'm glad this service exists, and honestly, for what the cost, it's minimal to be safe, and then it's good for 6 months right now.
Yeah, right now it's twice a year, every 6 months. And then in 2027, it is going to 4 times a year.
Okay.
Of course, that is dependent upon any current legislation that is going on right now.
Well, I think anything in transportation right now is
Up for whatever.
up for grabs. Like we
Right?
could say the administration is doing all kinds of weird, interesting things with with it, including an article I just read like a week ago, and I thought it was interesting. I wanted to bring it up because this comes up all the time. So I think Chili and Melissa, Jerry, y'all were mentors for Hyfield Trucking at one point, were you not?
Yes.
A lot of people that come into driving and they know that team driving and we're going to work me and my husband or me and my partner are going to work together, right? And we're going to drive down the road. So like I'm going to do like I don't know 4 or 5 hours because we do our normal family trips, and then he's going to take over and drive 4 or 5 hours. She is 4 or
Right.
5 hours, and then I'm going to take over. After I've caught a good nap and go. Like, have y'all heard that before?
Oh.
Because I've gotten that feedback, and I've not been a mentor.
All
Jerry?
the time.
I've
Sorry.
heard that before.
Yeah, is
Uh,
that and then how upset are they when you crush their dreams?
That you have to do a long stretch,
Get to do a long stretch
like 10 hours.
at a minimum. At a minimum.
Mm, you can do 8-2 split.
You do it.
That's
depending.
complicated.
It's
And it
complicated.
is, but you could do it.
You
It
could.
depends on the carrier. So we work with several carriers. Not every carrier allows it.
Also, it's confusing to green teams, so let's keep it very basic.
Mhm.
Is
It
the way
is.
Vince and I agree.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I actually did a video on Explorer Boogie back whenever I was out on the road because we had a run that required us to do that, and I hated it the entire
Sure.
time.
Oh, Eric and I
going
did.
across country.
Eric and I did explosives a lot, so we did back when we were driving. So we did 8-2 splits quite often. And I remember there was one time we got a basic surface expedite, which doesn't even exist anymore. That whole brand of FedEx doesn't even exist anymore. Got a basic surface expedite. This means like we picked up lawn furniture and had to bring it across the country. It was super easy, and we were like, we get to do a normal shift. Like it was like, oh my gosh, we get a break.
It
It's
was like a
so
treat.
it's like luxurious. Like, oh my gosh, I get to sleep for like because I'm gonna say sleep for 10 hours, but I think if you've been in the back of a truck, you don't sleep for 10 hours.
Sure.
You,
No, but
No.
it may be good
No,
eight,
you don't.
eight.
yes, exactly. Like you actually. Oh, I
Some
actually.
of us, it was only 5.
It's well, yeah, exactly. It depends. So for me, it was the first night because it took my body a little while to get used to it. First night on the road, 2-3 hours sleep. Second night on the road, might squeeze in 4. Over 12 hours, might get 4 hours sleep in, and then by night 3, I was so done, I would get my like 8 or 9 hours of just
Yeah.
Yeah.
beautiful sleep. But
Yeah.
it took me getting used to driving or getting, I guess, that worn out. And then once I got on that schedule, I was good.
I get
But
it.
coming back from home time, it was always a 3-day, always
Definitely
a 3-day.
from home time. No, it was 3 days from home
Yep.
time.
Uh,
I agree.
so,
So this new thing,
so this new thing that they are, the FMCSA is piloting, doing a pilot program with a few carriers. We are not one of them. But they are actually giving, they have a couple different programs. So one of them is they are allowing truckers to split their 10-hour off-duty period into more flexible combinations, including a 6-4, so 6 hours on, 4 hours off, or a 5 and 5. So 5 hours on, 5 hours off. The other one is that they're allowing truckers to pause the 14-hour on-duty period for no less than 30 minutes and no more than 3 hours. So they're giving them the opportunity to go like, all right, we're going to pause this so that you're 14-hour on duty so that you can take a rest break, and then you can go back on duty and finish your 14 hours. The cool thing about this, because it sounds like, well, it just sounds like they're trying to make them work more. I understand that, but what they're actually trying to do is you get to a delivery, your delivery won't take you for 2 hours. You can actually put your on-duty cycle on pause, go chill out, get in the sleeper, take a nap, fix dinner, whatever you want to do. You have 2 hours off, and then you can go in there and pick up and do it again. Whereas right now, if you're doing that and you're approaching your 14-hour, that clock just keeps on ticking. And so if in 2 hours you're over your 14-hour, tough. You got to wait 10 hours, and then you can make your delivery.
yeah.
So that really hurts a lot of truckers. So it's really cool to see them kind of pull all this together. Now, granted, in that second example, we're a team operation. So if I can't do it, then my partner can. It's
Sure.
not a big deal. But for solo drivers, it's huge. It's huge. Just being able to have that flexibility. Vince, you did solo for a little while, right?
I did.
Were there ever times where that would have been
There were
advantageous for
plenty
you?
of times when I'd sit at a dock for hours waiting, and by the time I was done, my 14-hour day was gone.
And you can't make any money because you just
because you got to sit for 10 hours where you can do something else.
Yeah.
So it really did hurt a lot of times.
Gets sketchy when you run out of hours while you're at the dock of a one dock business.
we've had situations where teams like one of them's been off the road while the other one's still driving. So we don't really like it, but it does happen, especially when you have like someone has a health issue.
Mhm.
They need to go to the doctor. We had a team. One of them got hurt on the truck, and they went home and recovered. And while they were recovering, their teammate kept driving. And then once he was fully recovered, he got back on the truck. It was cool. But those kind of situations do come up. Sometimes people got to take care of kids and loved ones. It happens. So if it's limited time, we generally allow it. And we have had a few situations when that's happened where a solo runs a load through the night, gets there, can't make the delivery, and Panther or FedEx are obligated to make those deliveries, and so they'll actually send a tow truck out. The tow truck will pick up the truck, bring it over to the dock, drop the truck, let it do its delivery, tow it back to where it was, and just to be able to make that on-time service.
Yeah.
Ouch.
It's crazy expensive. It's frustrating, like for the driver, because even if you're like, okay, well, they're going to be down sleeping for that amount of time, you can't be in the sleeper of a truck while the truck's being towed.
Being towed, yeah.
So it disrupts that person's sleep.
Does.
It eats into their. So this is just so much more flexibility to be able to manage your clock where it actually makes sense for you. And they've done a lot of changes over the past several years. I know, Jerry, you've been driving longer than I have, but even when I've been driving, like there was no 30-minute rest break period requirement. I could drive 11 hours. If I could drive 11 hours, keep my eyes open, I could do it. And I did several times, and as I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate the requirement for a
Sure.
30-minute break. Like I've done 11 hours sitting, and now I understand circulation. It's not a good thing. So it's interesting to see what they're doing, and I love the 6455 because it comes up so much.
Yeah.
You know. And one person I saw where they're saying in the article, they say, faced with traveling in an urban area during the height of rush hour, you can now split your berth to where you don't have to.
Right.
That kind of thing is great. Because how many of us have hit Atlanta at 4:30 and you're like, boy, if I could just pull into a TA or
Right.
Love's,
Shut down for a few
sit here
hours.
for 5 hours and about 9 o'clock take
Yeah.
out? Because 9 o'clock, traffic in Atlanta doesn't exist.
Yep.
So it really sucks when you picked up and you had to get a couple 100 miles down the road
Yeah.
and you were right in the middle of
Oh,
rush hour traffic, and it would take not a normal
like leaving Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
How about LA?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Los
California.
Angeles.
4 hours of traffic and you've gone 90 and you're like, I have another 100
You're,
to
you're
go.
creeping at
Yeah.
like
I'm like,
Uh-huh.
did I
it's
put the
been 30
Depends
minutes
on?
and I've gone
Do
a
I have
mile,
do I have the
right?
puppy pad on?
No, that's when you understand why we have all other seats.
You're like, I could have gone a few 100 miles in 4 hours and I've only gone 90.
You know what? You
And
only,
there goes the rest area.
and you do it a
Right.
couple times, and then you learn about trip planning.
Yes.
And
Yep.
boy, trip planning comes in handy,
But
doesn't it?
sometimes you don't have a choice,
You
you know,
don't.
especially in California. You pick up
don't.
at those, you know, 3
Yes.
o'clock afternoon,
Mhm.
3:30, and it's like as soon as you
You-
pull out, there.
Oh, and it's
Their
and
rush
it's
hours
stop.
already
Oh, yeah,
started
dude.
at
oh, and
3,
it's no, it's
3:30.
always like 3:30 in Santa Monica.
Yes.
So you have
Oh, out on
We
the
had-
coast.
you have all of it to go through.
We had a regular load that picked up in El Segundo,
Okay.
which
Yep.
is on the coast,
Yes.
south of Santa Monica, but same idea,
Yes.
right? And we'd get there early, like let's get loaded early and try to keep this traffic out. And we every time it was, oh, we're going to load our own trucks, then we'll get to you.
Yeah.
And then they'd get to us, and it'd be that same idea, and I'd be like, well, Melissa, I tried.
Because it was always my
What is
shift.
your shift, babe? We tried all the time. We
Yeah.
tried, and it was just
I'd always be so thirsty and parched by the time you got to
right
the end of
because
that
you
couple
don't wanna
hundred.
drink
don't
I know.
drink water.
Or coffee or
because you can't. Yeah,
I
don't
poor
have a place
Annie.
to stop.
Poor Annie. There's puppy pads on the floor for you if you need them.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Yeah.
trucker issues.
Yeah, I know, right? You figure it out, you work it,
You do.
You get past your goal, and then you're like, all right, next Love's, TA, Petro, Big John's Waterworks,
And then I'm
whatever it
done.
is, I'm
stopping.
I'm stopping.
I'm stopping.
I'm
Yeah.
stopping. What is this? A Circle K that can fit 9 cars? Sounds good to me.
Right?
Park on the
right?
side of the road. Put the hazards on. You're good.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. Oh yeah, Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
We've done a few driver swaps at Cracker Barrel. Of course,
We have two.
we generally tend to go in and Get some Mama's pancake breakfast. Unless you're driving, because Mama's pancake breakfast is
It'll
not
put you to sleep.
conducive
It is
to
not. It will
driving.
put you
Or
to
staying
sleep.
awake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, that's what I mean. Yeah. It's
Food
like it's
coma.
this thing. Yeah, if you're going to sleep, load up, get that maple because they got that good maple syrup over there.
And then the carbs.
Not
Not the carb test, but the carbs.
Oh yes, and then decaf coffee.
Mm.
Oh, or sweet tea. Oh, anyways,
Decaf.
Well,
As if
if
you're
about
going
to go
to
to bed.
sleep,
Oh, he
not
doesn't care.
Is it
start
the
He doesn't
end?
care.
I don't care
I
either.
drink a half a pot and go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't,
So, what if you had a truck though that didn't have a driver in it,
it would just sit there.
and it was making trips between Houston and San Antonio?
I would call the producers of Christine.
So I don't know if you guys
That's the
have
one,
heard
right?
about
Christine was the one that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stevens
I was about to say, I wonder, you're referring to,
to Bot Auto.
yeah, self-driving
is it?
trucks.
We've
Mm.
talked about them before between that
autonomous-
section.
They are
The 45? Is that what they're on?
No, she's talking about San Antonio to Houston. That's I-10. But we used to see them all the time going from San Antonio up 45.
Isn't it 45?
45, yeah. Between San Antonio and Dallas. Houston and Dallas.
So you're doing San Antonio to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
There's
So
autonomous
they're
ones.
doing them now. Yeah, running pretty regular. I think they've gotten
stresses-
approval.
It stresses me out so much. And at first, I'm like, well, this is the next thing, right? This is what has to
Autonomous
happen,
trucks.
Right,
Yeah.
Jetsons.
And then I have a YouTube channel I watch, and we've talked about it before. Jeb Brooks, big shout out to him. It's great if you like travel. He's got some awesome stuff, especially if you like flying. And lately they've been doing just travel stuff that's actually really fun. But they were just somewhere where they took an autonomous car, and he shows like sitting in the back seat, nobody in the front seat. They're driving, they're going through a tunnel, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm mature enough for this yet. I'm like, and that's a
Right?
Toyota Prius. I don't know about an 80,000 pound semi. Like it
With
just,
literally no one in it.
Yes. So
Not even someone like who could take over the controls in the passenger seat.
exactly.
Like, there's
nobody.
nobody.
There's nobody. We get in a wreck and we just hope the safety systems of the vehicle are good enough. Curtain
Right.
airbags. But we
Well,
we
you
were
know they won't flee the scene.
right. we 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 were just in Oregon.
No, you were not.
Yes, no.
You
yes,
were
we
in
were.
Oregon.
No, yeah, we were on the Oregon Trail.
Oh my goodness.
We were in. We passed
We were
trail
in
on the
trail.
Oregon.
trail.
The
We were in
Oregon
trail.
Oregon Trail, right?
We ate in trails.
Yes. What?
We were
I
in
don't remember the-
trail.
I don't remember that
We
part.
actually didn't eat in trail.
No, but Eric and I went through trail
We were in trail.
We
Yeah.
we
Where
stayed in
was
trail.
in Oregon.
In
So
Oregon.
we were on the Oregon Trail.
Okay, fine.
Oh
I'll give
my.
you that.
So boy, this is so complicated, isn't it? So we were on the Oregon Trail, and I rented a crossover vehicle from Enterprise. Not a big deal. I knew there's gonna be 4 of us.
Yeah.
1 luggage space, and it was good enough. I could have got more, but it was good enough. Enterprise sent me an email. They were like, for only $12 more, we can upgrade you into a full size SUV. And I'm like, yes, you can.
For $12 more.
So I accepted that offer, and then we get to the counter, and the lady's like, "All right, I've got you in a premium crossover," and I'm like, "What? I guess it didn't go through." Like, no, I wanted the full size
for the extra $12.
for the extra $12. Yes, exactly. And so I told her, she's like, "Oh well, babe, I got you in a full size anyways," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much." So we get it. It's brand new, 3,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Brand new Ford Expedition.
Yeah.
And this thing was nice. It was the Platinum Edition.
It was nice.
Not to brag. You were there?
I was there.
Eventually.
Eventually.
So we started driving in this thing, and I kept like, why is it broken? Every time I hit cruise control, it would just randomly change speeds on me, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I finally figured it out. It knows the speed limit, and it was automatically adjusting the speed limit whenever I changed speed zones. Because in that area, there's like, it'll go like 65, 55, 45, 35, 45, 55, 65. Like, it's a lot of up and down, a lot of changes. So I'm like, okay, that's what it's doing. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It kind of aggravated me at some points, but like in general, it's really cool because it would slow down and other cars wouldn't. So they would just zoom past you, and then they would slow down. So that was kind of cool. And then at some point, I was driving, and we were on the bypass. There's a bypass there, and we're on a bypass, and I looked at the steering wheel thing, and it said hands free, and I'm like holding it. I'm like, what? So I took my hands off. Now my Jeep has that feature where it'll hold the center lane of the lane. So if
Right.
you're driving, it holds center of the travel lane. But if it detects that you've taken your hands off the wheel, it freaks out, alarms, everything. Put your hands back on the wheel. Like, this is not a self-driving car. That thing literally said hands free. So I took my hands off the wheel, and it took care of everything. And I
Followed
was
the
like,
road
it followed the road. It slowed down in curves. It like
It did.
it was crazy because we're on a 55-mile-an-hour road, and it actually would get to an area where like they'd have the like slow down to 50, you know, or slow down to 40 or whatever, and it slowed down. And I thought it was funny because it would slow down like if it said 50, it'd slow down to like 46. Like it knew
Right.
you don't really have to go that slow. We know the vehicle. You can actually do this higher speed. And so it did all that. And I thought it was really cool. But it still wasn't fully self-driving. There were
No.
roads it didn't work on. It only worked
Sure.
on major highways. But that was my first experience. But at least then, it was literally just to grab the steering wheel, hit the brake, and I'm under control.
Right.
I just think when you're sitting in the back,
Yeah, and you're
there's
in control.
there's nothing.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get
It
it.
messes with me.
I think it
I
messes
like
me.
driving. I enjoy driving. So to have a vehicle that drives for me, just what's
It
the fun
just
of that?
makes me think of one of Eric's favorite movies,
Wally.
iRobot. And
Yep, definitely.
And there's a section of that movie where the guy takes the autopilot off and hand controls his car. And
And
there's
ends up almost wrecking the car.
yes, and there's warnings and there's sirens, and I think the police might be called after him. Like it's just crazy town because like what are you doing? You can't self-drive your own car. It just feels like that's the direction we're heading.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was cool to experience. That was my first time being in a car that kind of drove itself, even if it was in a limited capacity. But it
Patrick,
still makes me
quote.
nervous.
That was the exit back there. In the quote.
Yes.
If you've seen the movie.
Yes, you'll get it. So, anyways, it's yeah, the self-driving thing. I don't know.
Have
I,
you seen them?
I have not personally seen one. I would look for them when I was down in Houston
Sure.
area, but I did not see any.
I remember when they were like beta testing some of that stuff down there, and you could still see someone, but you could tell which ones. They had like the big
almost like a light bar, like an ambulance
mirrors or
bar.
something. and,
Yeah,
you know, big thing on the top. Like, yeah, you could definitely
it
tell.
was the bar.
It took a while to figure out what they were, and Vince is like, those are like autonomous, and they're teaching and training, and they're trying to figure it out. But there's still someone in it, he says.
Yeah.
And
It reminded me of like the bar that went across the window was like when they're pulling mobile homes
Yeah, with the extra wide mirrors.
with extra wide
Yes.
mirrors and all. That's what it
Yeah.
reminded me of.
So Heather just sent the article over. It looks very similar. It's a FreightWaves article from September 16th of 2025. It still has the great big bar across the top, and then right below the side mirrors, it's got other sensors as well. So still very similar looking. But they're very proud that this was their first fully autonomous trip across
There's-
Texas.
Okay, one more thing that makes me nervous. So I just told you about the Great Expedition that was 3,000 miles old, practically brand new,
Mhm.
self-drove itself, great cruise. Even the sections where it wouldn't self-drive itself, it still slowed down for curves. Like it's still new.
Right.
right.
So Eric and I, we decided we were going to take a drive up to Crater Lake, Oregon. It's a national park. It's breathtaking.
Yes.
We had tears when we saw it.
That's a funny
and
joke.
it is a funny joke.
It's an
so
insider
it's an
joke.
insider joke. So if you're on our Patreon, you'll understand. So we go up there, and on the so Crater Lake is in the base of a volcano.
It is.
So the top of the volcano blew, and then it collapsed, and so it created this huge lake. I knew this, but I didn't realize that so much of the mountain still existed.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was pretty level. I
No.
thought it was pretty level. So when you're driving up there, you have to like drive way up a freaking mountain to get to it. And when we got to the top of the mountain, it is like white out snow, crazy snow. I mean, like, because we went from not a drop of snow to like, what was it, like 60s outside
Yeah.
to blizzard. It was,
It was a combination of snow and fog.
yeah, it was crazy. So we get up there and we do our thing, and then we drive back down. And as I'm driving down, and this happened to me 3 weeks ago when I was driving back from Memphis in one of our commercial trucks. Same thing happened to me, which is the front sensor for the like adaptive cruise and emergency braking and all that stuff. It was blocked by snow. So enough had gotten on there, pack
Sure.
had gotten on there. When I was in the commercial truck, it was a torrential downpour. I mean, like, it was a hoo-ha, like
Right.
just crazy
Torrential.
downpour, and that's what made it stop working. And as soon as we dried out, it fired right back up. But in the expedition, and it kicked down a little thing saying this is not available, this is not available, this is not available. And so my question is, when that's not available in a car like the Expedition or in the commercial truck like our Freightliners, you just have to now use your eyes
Right.
and your feet, and
Yeah.
you have to control the vehicle yourself manually. What happens when there's nobody in the cab? And that
So
happens.
they talk in the article
Right.
about the redundancy, like the super crazy redundancy. Trying to find it here.
Yeah, what if they have fog, or what if they get
But
rain and
anyway,
tornadoes
the-
down that way?
There's a lot of redundancy and validations that are done ahead of time, but that's still a very good point. What happens there? They don't spell this out in plain and simple English. The one thing I did find that spelled out in plain English, at the very bottom of the article, was this was one time that they ran this fully autonomous.
Okay.
They've been running it autonomous with a person in the truck, but they've done it one time fully autonomous. For now, it's the only trip conducted, but they expect more to come.
Okay.
So it's not a regular, ongoing, fully autonomous thing. They do have somebody in the truck when they're running other ones. Now, I know we talked about in a previous season that they were doing a similar study. Was it JB Hunt? I think. I forget what it was.
I think
with
it was
like
JB Hunt that was
from
doing it.
Dallas out I-20 to El Paso, or it might have
Yeah.
been somewhere.
Something
It
like
was
that,
on I-20,
yeah.
but it was some stretch of highway that no one likes to drive because there ain't
But
nothing out there.
was it fully autonomous
It
at
was
that
not
point,
fully
or was
autonomous. No,
they
it was
still had a
still with
driver?
the
Yeah.
driver in it. Yeah.
So Dallas seems to be a hotbed for these tech companies.
They do.
Because I've seen like and God rest their souls, they're no longer in business. But we did a lot of work with AA sleepers down in Dallas or Fort Worth, Texas,
Mhm.
and so I would go down there pretty frequently, and I would see them quite often in that area. And as soon as you left that area, I would always go up through Arkansas. They were all gone. You
Well,
wouldn't see them
I
anymore.
think that's why you
But-
saw them there in Texas, because there's such long stretches of highway between El Paso and Dallas. And yeah, you've got Midland, Odessa, but there's nothing out there.
Yeah.
So you have that huge long stretch of highway where you can just run a truck straight for days
absolutely.
and test a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Or even San Antonio to Houston is a long stretch of I-10, more populated than I-20. But I think you just have those long stretches in Texas that make it a little easier for that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely a lonely road
Mm-hmm.
between Dallas. and
Most of Texas is.
I like
so
it. That
been there,
Dallas
done that many times.
Dallas to El Paso, I think it's therapeutic.
It is beautiful in the
Kansas is
evening
what I can't stand.
because
the
you're up in the mountains
And the
and
co-
stuff.
well, the corn,
Oh yeah.
the Kansas, the not the
dank
corn,
corn.
is
The
it wheat?
The wheat.
The wheat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
snooze fest. Snooze fest. But at least Texas, it's kind of barren. You do
it's
get
like deserty.
you do get some terrain.
Well, the fun part in Texas is
dusty.
looking out for the burn off flares out in the distance.
Right?
At night, harder
At
to see
night,
during
you
the
can't
day.
count them as but
Uh-huh.
that's so much fun.
Or at night driving up and you see like just a sea of red diamonds that flash and then go away.
Yeah,
And then flash
yeah.
and go away.
But there's the one that's out of sync.
that's out of sync. And then you get close and
Yeah.
you realize, oh, that's a
They're
cell phone
all
Yeah,
tower.
exactly. It's not a wind turbine. It's a cell phone.
Oh,
tower. Yeah.
yes. So, no, it is.
I thought they were aliens, and they were motherships.
I
Oh,
told you. So what
Your
happened?
tinfoil hat showing.
sorry.
So Melissa,
Yeah,
we just got to celebrate your 50th birthday
I know.
in Salt Lake City's airport.
We
but
did.
that was
Yeah.
by a weird default.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we spent the whole weekend in Medford, Oregon,
Trail.
and Trail. That's
Yep.
what I meant. Trail.
Trail. Oregon.
The Oregon Trail.
Yes.
With you, you picked out this really cool cabin.
Yep.
It was really beautiful. We had a fire.
Yeah.
I learned real quick that a wood-fired oven is extremely hot.
Yeah. This one had glass doors. This is for warmth purposes. So
Yes.
they're called a wood stove.
Stove. That's it.
Yours upstairs in this house is for ambiance, not
Yes.
to warm your home.
Yes.
Big difference.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the door got me, and it got me good.
It
I blistered quite nicely.
yeah.
And yesterday at Trader Joe's, of all places, it decided to
Have a moment.
let go,
That's okay.
which is just weird when you're walking through Trader Joe's and just all of a sudden you're like, "Why is my hand? Oh God."
I don't know why that wood stove had a metal frame. I thought that was really odd.
Ooh,
So it was glass and then metal,
and
As opposed to
the glass was about 16.
something that wasn't hot,
The glass was about
like
16.
a material that wasn't hot. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, glass was about 16, 1700
course.
degrees.
To be fair, he touched the door frame again. That's holding glass in, not the door handle
The door handle was
that has heat
insulated
resistant.
a
Yeah.
little bit.
Oh, the door handle was like 70 degrees. It was fine.
Yeah.
But
He touched the 5,000
so
degree.
I opened both doors with the handles as one does. I fed
Sure.
the fire, and then I just grabbed the door like I was shutting a car door, and hoo ha!
Yeah.
I will never
what the
Didn't
handles
ever.
touch it
for.
very much, did you?
what they
Not
have.
very long.
I missed that because I was out sawing logs.
You were
are-
sawing.
you were
You were
done.
cutting logs for the
Yes.
fire.
Yes, yeah. So my sister was much younger when she learned the lesson. So my sister was 8 or 9.
The lesson.
She was 8 or 9. She was out camping with my grandparents, and on the side of the motorhome where the refrigerator, where the hot water heater is
With gas.
with gas, is a little radiator, and it says hot. So of course, my sister at 7 years old, 8 years old, was like, "I wonder how hot it is." And so they ended their camping trip early. She went home, and
I'm glad we didn't have to end ours
and then
early.
my grandfather painted the letters HOT in red. So if you see a Winnebago with red HOT letters, it's his. And so I grabbed those doors, and man, it lit me up. Ooh,
You
it
did.
hurt. But we had a great time outside
We
of that. I can't think of anything else that happened that possibly caused anyone harm or pain.
No, we had about, what, 17, 15, 16 of us?
Yeah, about 22.
I don't think it was 22.
Well, according to the fire marshal.
Yeah, the fire marshal did
it
show up
was
and
it
say,
was a
"Hey,
nice
you're-"
little gathering of friends
2
and
people
family. It was
over.
very nice.
Yeah.
Nice celebration.
Oh, the hot tub was great.
For some of you, we've talked about it on the show, plus maybe some of you already know, but I've done a tutu every year since I turned 40. Again, I know we've talked about it here,
Yes.
maybe even last year. And this year is my last year. A lot of people think it's for whatever reasons,
Oh,
whatever reasons those are, but this is it.
I'm being told we have a picture.
Oh, for
We
sure.
have a picture.
How gorgeous.
Just
Oh
beautiful.
my gosh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I've dreamt of this outfit now for probably the last 3 or 4 years, and it came out pretty much how I pictured it to be, over the top. It is my heaviest tutu by far. People often ask me if I made the whole thing. I did not make the dress, and I did not make the train skirt portion. I mean, you'd have to think that as material, but all the tulle that
Yeah.
is on that train skirt, yes, I did add all of that and make that. So
Except for the glitter that was left at the house.
I know
Oh,
all of
the-
that.
I mean, if you
Yes.
can you imagine if that glitter was actually on the skirt, it
Oh,
would have been
would've
10 pounds
like,
heavier.
At least.
well,
Right.
my
Yeah.
confusion
It took
was
its own suitcase all the way to
did.
Oregon.
it did. My,
It
confu-
did.
my have you have
It
you-
was
That's- it's
wrapped.
still in
It
the
was
suitcase.
wrapped.
Oh, okay.
It was wrapped,
Uh,
so no glitter in the suitcase.
I was very confused when she said I've got tool. I was thinking, I'm a big Home Improvement fan. Tim the Toolman Taylor put the
Right.
tool belt on.
Exactly.
I thought there'd be hammers and saws
No.
and screwdrivers, and that was not what happened.
No.
Mm-mm.
She had
It
a
was this-
different kind of tool belt.
It was, it's beautiful though.
But 50 gold, go big, go home kind of thing.
Yes.
Again, it is my 11th tutu. I've done one every year since I turned 40. I'm a boy mom, kind of decided to take back some feminine, ness
Yes.
and show my boys that you can still be, a girl who just wants to have some fun. So, yeah, 11 years, 40 to 50. And I'm only hanging it up because they're really hard to get creative over. They each have to have something special to me. I just don't make one for a willy-nilly reason. And they're expensive. This year's was well over $500, and I don't think people really know that about Tool. Tool's expensive. And
It would have been cheaper with.
and lastly,
Yeah, exactly. Just a
my
tool belt.
my tool supplier
Mhm.
has gone out of business, and that's Joanne's. So it just seems like a really good thing. And I've always known at 50 I was going to stop and just move on with life. It was a time, it was a thing. And for all of you out there, and I know maybe some of my Facebook friends and family don't watch this, but if I inspire you, you should do something of your own. So a lot of people are like, I can't believe you're ending. Really, you're joking. You're kidding. We live to see the next tutu every year. Well, you do something special, and I'll follow you, because that's what life's really about. And that was kind of my story. Just wanted to share.
Yeah.
You don't have to just be stagnant and do nothing. Have fun with life.
Well, you've been saying for several years now that I've known you that this is the benchmark.
It is.
And throughout the.
I think I've been very transparent about that.
You have been very transparent about that. So
Yeah.
it's it was gorgeous,
Yeah.
and I understand your friends, like,
Sure.
because I think I'm one of them. It's gonna be like, oh, well, we're not gonna see this anymore, but
We can revisit
But we got
once.
11 years to go back and
Yeah.
and look at the other ones,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think most at least are on Facebook, right?
Most, yeah.
Yeah.
Around this time of year, they're typically on there. At least on my page, if you're following me.
You have to start doing the memories.
I know memories
Yes.
this time, whatever years ago. But yeah, I know they've all have something really special, and yeah, it's been quite a ride, and really enjoyed Oregon and sporting that. I'd like to maybe wear it one more time because again, I don't rewear these. So I think maybe one more time somewhere here in Ohio before I sell it or part it out or do something with it. I'm 5 deep. They just hang in the basement, so I'm gonna
I
see
think
if somebody wants one.
you should take them on the Triumph.
I'm gonna try. Wear my dress on the motorcycle.
We could
That-
just drape her train
Yes.
over the
Wow.
box in the back.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be 80 this weekend. Maybe that might work. Strapless dress
Oof. Even at 80, I mean,
with a helmet on.
and he gets caught in the tire.
I gotta say, just keep moving.
I
Just
feel like
because
Right?
the wind holds
The
it up in
yeah,
the,
I
you
could-
know.
oh.
You got to find that magic balance. You slow down at 7 miles an hour and it gets
Exactly.
caught in the tire.
You'll have-
That's-
Wait, you'll have to redo your sensors for our weight distribution because that sucker again adds
I
about
know.
25 pounds. I am not joking. That is a
It's heavy. It's a
super
heavy
heavy,
dress and skirt.
heavy. I thought I was
Well,
going
you
to be
didn't-
overweight in my suitcase, putting it in the.
You did not show overweight or no overweight. I'm sorry. You
Well,
didn't
thank
show
you.
heavy. It looked you wore it gracefully.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of reinforcement. I do thank Vince and Heather for their great ideas because there were a couple of nights I was having meltdowns. I thought I had the problem resolved, and I'm like, well, we're pivoting to choice 2, choice 3, and I'm like, something's got to give. But
well, it's
it required a lot of reinforcement to keep it up
Abs-
on my hips.
it was interesting that before you or when you went to assemble it on you, it's kind of, and I say assemble, it's like if you've seen Iron Man, it's kind of like that. Vince and Heather were gone with you for at least 2 hours
Mhm.
prior to the party,
Yep.
and when I saw Vince driving the forklift in, I was mildly concerned because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not sure there's enough ceiling height for the forklift, but apparently there was.
Yeah.
So,
Fortunately, it stopped raining, so we were actually able to do it outside without needing the extra.
oh, okay.
garage.
Yeah.
So we were hidden.
It
We
was-
couldn't see
The
that.
hard part was getting that big RGN trailer in there
Yes.
to deliver the
Right,
forklift
yes.
way up in the hills.
Yes.
That driver was amazing.
What I didn't
driver.
understand is why you got the RGN trailer from the Mid America Truck Show, where it was just closing and opening and closing and opening and closing and opening the whole time. Do you not remember the mats?
I remember Matt's.
Yeah.
They had the RGN trailers in the end, and they just open them and they close them again, and open them and they close.
I do
anymore.
remember that.
I don't remember that.
So here's a fun fact. So
I
I've
love
done
fun facts.
lights.
Yeah.
Like last year was Aurora
Saved by the fun
Borealis, right?
fact.
Aurora Borealis, and I ran star lights through my outfit that the dress actually looked like it had stars on. So I've
It
always,
looks really cool.
yeah, I've done other LED lights through. I wound them through
I
an
love that you-
80s style tulle.
Oh, I love
in
you
the
did that
skirt.
for the Blink Fest in Louisville.
I know.
Yeah.
So this year, I really, really, really wanted a bubble machine up underneath my skirt. My skirt was already so heavy, and I couldn't think about how to stick the bubble machine up in the skirt to blow bubbles. But how cool would that have been to have a bubble machine blowing bubbles as you're walking?
That would have been a blast.
I scoped
there's
it
a
out.
piece of
I
me
tried
that's-
to logistically
there's a
figure it out,
piece of
but
me
it
that's
never
like-
executed.
But would it not just look like you're farting bubbles
No,
as you're walking?
Right? Be like a unicorn.
I think of
I
those
just
like
thought it
old,
would be so
those old like
cool.
19, those like 1910, 1920s cars. Like, bloop, 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 bloop.
Go big or go home.
You're
I
going-
was trying
you
to
walk
figure out
faster,
how
it
to
goes
get bubbles.
I
It was a
think
good
Larry
time.
the Cable Guy calls those walking farts.
That's
we-
funny. I don't care
And
who
we
you are.
wrap around to crop dusting again.
Oh, and on that note, Jerry, what did we miss?
Crop dusting. That's hilarious. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was
It
awesome.
was a good time. Yeah. 50.
Hey, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. If you are interested in Hyfield trucking or anything that we do over here, expediting, please check us out at hyfieldtrucking.com. You can also give us a call at 833-HYFIELD, that's HYFIELD, or 833-493-4353, option 1 for recruiting, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have any questions, comments about the show, leave a comment down below or send us an email over at theouterbeltpodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your suggestions, and we'll make sure we get right back to you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up button. Really does help the algorithm and helps the channel to grow. Share this to all your friends and family, and we welcome you back to the next episode.
Absolutely. And if you've got friends out there that are like, we're not gonna ever join Hyfield, but they're looking for like an hour to kill driving down the road,
We
send
might
it-
be it.
we might be
We
it.
might be.
Send it to them. Let them listen to us out because
Yeah.
we do occasionally talk about trucking
Sometimes.
stuff. We did today a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
We like to chat with each other and keep this little family community going. So until we meet again, stay safe, make good decisions.
Don't leave money on the table.
And keep those wheels a turning.
Good night.
Till next time.